All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the December 14th, 2021 Devikins AMA, where we're going to be talking about gameplay and whatever other various questions people have tossed our way. Um, Introductions, of course. I think everybody knows at this point, but my name is Liz. I'm the community manager, and with me we have Sergio, the CEO, lead designer, and programmer extraordinaire. And yeah, we're going to be talking gameplay. Closed beta is coming up tomorrow. We've got a lot of cool things in order, which is very exciting, right? So, to start off with, we're going to be just going through the list as standard. We're going to be basically blasting through it and hopefully giving you guys some really good information on what gameplay is going to look like, what the closed beta is going to look like, what things are going to look like as we open up the beta more for other users, and as we move forward with the game launch. So we're going to be starting off with a question from Woko of Mythos Guild.
One thing though,
Oh,
remember to post your wallet in the
yes.
commentaries. You're gonna giving away 3 collector's packs to random people at the end of the MAA.
Yeah, so post just post once
Yeah.
your wallet ID in the chat. We're going to be selecting 3 users randomly and giving them some NFTs. Just one. It's not going to increase your chances of selection if you post it multiple times, so please just pop that in the live chat, and then we'll be going through that after the stream is done, and then we'll notify those users and make a little announcement via Twitter and Discord and the like, as is normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, Goat has decided to arrive and say hello.
Yeah.
Uh,
As usual.
but yeah, so going back before discussing the giveaway, we have a question from Woko of Mythos Guild asking us, do you have any intent to preserve the value or advantages of owning the first set of NFTs over the new ones in the future? For example, these NFTs offer a higher DVK drop or rare items.
In some sort. So there's one feature that it's coming in the future. Someone asking in the upcoming questions about gene collections. That's a feature that rewards players based on their gene collections. And as let's say, if you don't own the original ones and the gene collection ask for that, so we would be able to finish the task and wouldn't get reward. Aside for combat, we're still developing skills and stuff like that. And so far, we don't have anything that attached to okay, you have to own the first original genes, but yeah, you do have some advantages for that as well. And the Void Adventures is a field requirements mini game, and we could see any Void Adventure is like a special Void Adventure that would ask, okay, I'm here since the beginning. You have to use some specific gene to fulfill the requirements. So yeah, don't sell your NFTs just yet.
Yeah. And somebody was saying that my audio isn't quite synced up with Sergio's. Can I double check and make sure with everybody that we're hitting audio fine? I'm going to send a message to chat and make sure. Hey, everybody. Liz
Hello.
here. Can you hear me all right? Is my audio coming through? Okay. Just want to make sure that I'm not yammering on and then nobody's hearing any of it. I had to reset my audio settings before the stream started.
Hello.
Okay, we'll continue with it. Yeah, it looks like everything's going well. Okay, awesome.
Okay, cool.
Just wanted to make sure.
Hmm.
We have a question from Bond27 then, saying, what is the plan that Devikins has outlined for the short and long term regarding project aspects as blah, early morning for me, such as marketing and partnerships? I can't see any marketing and partners recently.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
do you
Go
want to
ahead.
answer that or you go ahead?
No, so yeah, for marketing, we're improving that. I know that's one point of improvement for the project. Recently, we had like a consultation with like expert, and they point out for many points that we could improve. We are hiring new marketing head of marketing, and to help doing these points they point out. They kind of laid out a 6 month step by step we should improve. First of all, it's improve our website. Right now, it's not that onboarding friendly. We just have like a menu button. So you should drop a new website, more new player friendly soon. And about partnership, yeah, we are open to partnership. So far, none of the we had no one that would be offered the a good partnership. So, but yeah, we are open to that.
Yeah. So yeah, essentially we are moving forward with marketing much more
Yeah,
strongly.
yeah,
Uh, Regarding partnerships, there's been a ton of messages, so it's hard to sort through everything in a really efficient manner. But that's certainly something that we're looking forward to. As it stands right now, at least this immediate second, we haven't set up any specific partnerships, but it's something we're working on at this moment.
yeah,
So yes, the word of Devikins is going to be getting out there more and more. Don't you worry.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, we are here for the long haul.
yeah, definitely. We're definitely looking forward to this project in the long term. We have a question from Iskoui from Exalted Guild. Regarding gameplay, I heard that it's turn-based. Is this somehow similar to Pokemon or Darkest Dungeon in that there is movement restriction, or is it more like Final Fantasy Tactics or Disgaea where players can position strategically on a tile or grid-style battlefield?
Yeah, the former. It's more like Pokemon Darkest Dungeon. Yeah, it's more like Final Fantasy classical ones. So you're gonna see your players one side, the enemies on the other side, and then each one has a turn, and then you can pick from a list of skills, and yeah, do all your strategic thinking there.
Yeah, classical JRPG kind of style turn-based combat.
Yeah.
Um, a
Shout out
question
to Darkest
from
Dungeon.
yeah. Oh god, I hate Darkest Dungeon. I wanted to
You
like it
hate?
so
Oh,
much, but
I
it
love that game.
absolutely ruined me. I got way too frustrated.
Yeah, that's true.
I want to like it, but didn't click. We have a question from BD Baziz from Mythos Guild asking regarding the eventual transition to the Clever blockchain. Will it be required to move our hard minted Devakins from Tron to Clever? Will there be a cost involved, or is it automatic?
Hmm. Yeah, we haven't discussed details right now about that transition. I think the common flow would be more like a bridge thing. I think since the Devkins work in a custody way, so it means that players, in order to play with their Devkins in the game, they would send that to the game. I think we would do like when the NFT comes from Tron would be just one way. As soon as you put it in the game, the only way you can remove that to like the marketplace to send to a friend would be through the Clever blockchain when that's launched. I think that would be the most common way. And regard that would have the transfer Tron gas fee. So if you have energy, would be for free. If not, there is an amount of TRX. I think that would be the cost of moving the NFT from Tron to Clever Chain and to the game.
Awesome. We've got a lot of big hype in the chat. We got a question from Arnie asking when will the marketplace open? And so I'll answer that before I read off the rest of it. January 17th is the listed date right now. So we
Yeah.
are opening the marketplace on January 17th. So you can set your calendars, look forward to that. Um, Following up with the remainder of their questions, when will the game be transferred from Tron to Clever? What month will the game officially released? And what is the function of pets in the Devikins universe?
Okay. Yeah. Transfer from Tron to Clever is still open because we need them to release that officially yet, and it has to be stable. So we have no due date to that yet. For the month of Devkin's official release, we promised to Q1, so probably February, up to March, and depend on how the close beta goes. And if it's good out of batch, we can even see end of January. Yeah, we have to see, but yeah, Q1 is the release date for Devkins. And Devkins pets, yeah, we just kind of show off that in on store, right? Right now, Devkin pets is still being implemented, and how we designed it that during the phase one for the Tamagotchi phase, you can equip a pet or give a pet to a dev kid, and that would help with the training, like boosting, preventing bad random events and stuff like that. So yeah, you could have like a pet that boosts your any health, any satiated training and stuff like that. So they are kind of boosters that you can equip to your dev kit,
Um,
because every kid needs a pet, right?
yeah, pets are fun. I'll go say hi to the dog after the stream is done. We also have a person saying Sergio is a fan of metal. Of course, Sergio's a big black metal fan.
Yeah, you could tell
Sergio,
by Devikin. There is one activity that I'm looking forward to people checking out. I think that's an edge to
rock on
my
forever and
root.
ever.
Yeah.
Um, since the game is turn-based, sorry, I'll read out who asked the question, but I really can't find it in me to pronounce this name.
There's no vowel, just one
There's
vowel.
there's no vowels. Deworma, I'll say. Let's go with that. Since the game is turn-based, how will it be determined who gets the first turn?
Speed, yeah, as
Yep.
like
Speed
regular.
stat.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Agility, it's a affinity, it's an attribute, but it doesn't mean that's going to be just a simple sword by agility. So yeah, agility turns into the speed factor in the game, but you have equipment, weapon skills, whatever that could influence that. But
It's a
yeah, speed.
stat-based determination.
Yeah.
Calaman C asks, when is the open beta? Will there be one? We're going to be steadily opening up the beta as we keep
Mhm.
moving forward. Like, we're going to keep sending out invites and releases and the like. Open beta specifically can be better answered by Sergio.
Yeah, we do plan one. We just don't want to give a date because we have to feel how the closed beta goes. And since our closed beta is divided in two steps, the first one is the virtualized DVK and NFT, and then we have the actual real crypto integration integrated step two. I think the open beta fits better the step two, because this one we have to make the player understand that all the NFT they are importing is just a mirroring of the real NFT, and as soon as the step two kicks in, all the progress of the NFT is going to be reset, and all the DVK is going to be reset, because that DVK is just like a virtual currency, like a regular game.
Yeah, the
So I
beta
think,
would
yeah,
be a simulation.
yeah. So for open beta, as soon as we start the closed beta step two, then we gonna start sorting out how the open beta is gonna work out.
Yeah. We also have a really good question in chat from CaselNet saying for the free gift, like the every 10-minute free gift pack, um, does it stack up if unclaimed, or does it only refresh every 10 minutes? But if it stacks, is there a time range limit? Say maybe it stacks up like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, right now it doesn't stack, so you have to go there as soon as you claim that, then the countdown starts again.
Yeah. Okay, so Pato from Mythos Guild asks, what are the estimated fees in the marketplace other than the actual price that is set by the seller? Will there be a gas fee, etc., etc.?
Yeah, so marketplace, it works like a exchange, so it's gonna be like custodial. There won't be I believe a gas fee transferring assets inside that closed space. The fee, the team is not planning to charge any fee, but since the marketplace is gonna be under the Clever ecosystem, I think that's gonna be like the same fee as we have in an exchange, like a small percentage, something like that.
I would imagine it comparable to the Steam Marketplace or something
Yeah,
similar,
yeah,
right? Where there's just like a minuscule commission on
yeah.
each one.
But I don't believe there is any gas fee since it's in that controlled space.
Yeah. Okay, so Mr. Buggins asks us, do Devakins have specific skills or items that will determine its skills in PvP? So is it tied to the Devakin innately, or is there a series of items that you equip?
Yeah, we're planning to be equipment, so we can equip skills. It's not like attached to Devkin aside of the base skill. We're still planning that, and I'm really kind of moving towards this idea that every Devkin has a base skill based on their personality, so we can kind of create cool skills for the exclusive personalities we have, like glitched, clever, minor, and the lavish. But all the other skills, because they have slots for skills, and then we can equip and equip. So this way, it doesn't make your Devkin deprecated. If you will release new skills, better skills, like we kind of shake the meta, it doesn't mean you have to buy like a whole new collection of NFT.
Yeah, we don't want them to depreciate in value
Yeah,
based on their combat capability
yeah,
like
you're
that.
not Magic the Gathering that would ask you
Yeah,
to
we
buy
we want to avoid
whole
power
new
creep.
cards. Yeah,
Yeah, I draw Pot of Greed. I know that's an entirely different card game, but Pot of Greed is still OP. Ramen Noodles asks, is there any plan to make the community more active or engaging while waiting for the game? Yeah, I mean, like, I'm planning on kicking off some much more involved contests. And especially, I want to do one similar to the Ugliest Devakins contest, but where we're bringing out the cutest Devakin. And we'll set that up in such a way that it doesn't take 2 weeks to do the entire thing. We'll have multiple votes per day and then just run through the entire bracket in one go. So you can get
yeah.
it done by the end of the week. But we want to have more big community engagement contests, more community engagement events, so to say. So yeah, certainly that's in the books. So you can look forward to that.
And I would say we are open to suggestions as well. Drop your suggestions there, and we have a channel that on Discord. Yeah,
Yeah, we're always happy to talk with people. I mean, like, one of the coolest events that we had so far was the lore contest, which was community engagement and community organized. I think that
yeah,
was really, really cool to see the guilds come together as part of, like, recruitment process and also to just show off the game itself. Um, I thought that was really interesting, and I had a lot of fun taking part in that. We have a question from Naz saying, in the beta test, are we going to be using our own Devikins and DVK? Will we have the chance to lose that?
yeah. As I mentioned, we are splitting the beta for phase. It's like step one, step two. On step one, we add a button in the roster called import. Then we can bring your Devkin, all stats and graphics and that in a mirror way. So that's gonna copy your Devkin, but it's not your real Devkin, and it's not your real DVK in this step one. So feel free to experimenting, learn all the ins and outs of the game without to worry about making your Devkin weak.
Yeah.
As soon as the step two kicks in, then like that's the real game. So your Devkin that you're gonna be depositing, it's your actual Devkin, and the DVK if you deposit and the DVK you earn, it's a real currency you can deposit and withdraw that. But we announce when that change comes. It's not gonna be like, okay, you just open the game.
Surprise.
Yeah,
Here you go.
yeah,
Everything is real now. Yeah, no, it's a proving ground almost where you get to test things out and see how it works before jumping into the game proper.
yeah.
We
But
have a question
but you'll
from
be able to play with your own Devkins since beta one. So yeah,
yeah. Also, I do understand Caselnut your point of the every 10-minute claim. I think it would be interesting to have a discussion based on like a small stacking number of those, just for people who are working and the like, right?
hmm
Or you wake up after going to bed the next day and you get to open four at once or something like that. That's always a good feeling. So
yeah. You can
discuss
discuss
it.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not making any promises, but we can talk about it. T. Kirsten asks, since the game is based on a play to earn model, is there a spreadsheet detailing specific activities and the amount earned that can be shared at this time?
Um.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we have our workable spreadsheets and design spreadsheets and stuff like that, which we work off of for production. They would have to be reformatted and constructed in such a way as to be made publicly available.
Yeah.
But that as it stands right now, it can't be.
Yeah. And as mentioned in the last Friday video, we presented the DVK pool. That's one of the DVK streams of Devkins. We have two other plans that we haven't announced. One is like regular PvP that would have price brackets and DVK for the ranking. And we have a third one that it's under development, and we'll release more info when we are ready.
Yeah, we'd have to compile everything in a more readable way for the user base and also in a
Yeah.
way that doesn't like scrap through like a production model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we do have the like player play to earn stream that's buying and selling NFT that we have no control of. So we have the
Yeah, that's
procreation, but
entirely.
that yeah, that's entirely on the market. They're on the market, and yeah, and the potential to play to earn with that, it's all community based.
Okay. Um, I almost had a burp there, but I didn't. My body's making fun of me. We had a question from One Hot Fox of Mythos Guild. Will there be links set up in the Discord for us to easily access beta testers streaming their gameplay so that we don't have to randomly search for it? Also, will the testing encompass different aspects of gameplay that will roll out in the future per the outlined timeline, or will it be strictly the initial Tamagotchi phase? So, stream links I'll be posting tomorrow. I'm allotting them right now and I'm putting them all together, so we'll be able to put that out and then you guys can just go through a list. I'll be making a channel in Discord as well as putting out a Twitter post of those who are streaming the game or will be streaming the game or are interested in it and who have beta access. We also have a number of streamers, not just people who happen to stream, but streaming is their career, it's their thing,
Yeah,
who are playing the game and are part of the closed beta, so they'll be part of that list as well. I'm sure you'll recognize some of their usernames.
yeah. Regarding the what you're gonna be testing, yeah, there is the initial Tamagotchi gameplay. Voided Inventory is kicking probably 2 3 weeks later. Yeah, there won't be combat. I saw some people were expecting combat for this closed beta. Combat it's something for 2022, and we do have some small. I wouldn't say gameplay, but we have the chores and the DK pool and stuff that is not like gameplay itself, but it's part of the game, of the whole experience. And you
Yeah.
have the procreation as well, if you consider that like a gameplay.
Yeah. There's a variety of things going on, but yeah, combat isn't a part of it.
Yeah,
Combat is still in production, right? Combat is still being designed. Combat takes balancing. There's a lot of number crunching
yeah.
involved in that process. Moving on to the next question from Cog Saito. If I procreate 2 mythic, is there a chance the result will be an Eldritch? Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the only way of getting Eldritch from procreation. So
Yeah.
yes,
It's
but you do have to have the correct uh, affinities to do that. So if you're bringing two parents that has no affinity 10 at vitality affinity, so you would rely on the mutation to be a affinity 10 vitality to get an Eldritch. But if you bring uh, for one of the stars, each affinity has a 10, then we have like a chance to offspring Eldritch.
yeah. We have numerous questions from Jake Wong of Mythos Guild. Just gonna start running through them.
Mhm.
In the white paper under game mechanics, it said that there will be the visual collection where players can expect to receive rewards by making collections of Devikins genes. This is interesting. How does this work and when will it be available? So,
Yeah.
yeah, any
Okay, go ahead.
Devikin that you have, it automatically, like if you own that NFT, it automatically adds its genes to your visual collection pool, which you can use to construct an avatar. I think we did a little minor rundown of it in our latest gameplay video.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen that yet, you're in the right place. It's on this YouTube channel. You can go check that out. Sergio wants to say something. I can see him ready to speak. Go for it.
Yeah, yeah. By the way, I had one feedback on the avatar screen later, but there's no time kind of to fix that for now. Uh, since the avatar you build based on the genes you won, as soon as you start the game, there is one you're given a Devikin on Amber State. So you always start with one Devikin. That Devikin is not an NFT, but it's a player. It's a character you can play with in the nursery. We cannot procreate with that either. And as soon as you open the avatar screen, if you want just that dev kit, you're gonna see that avatar, and you cannot like swap genes because you don't own any other gene. So you're gonna see more like customization in your avatar screen as soon as you bring more dev kit. And that's one feedback because we don't say okay, it's not the but it's not working. It's because we have no collection, no extra parts to swap.
Yeah, but it basically functions with a visual pool of whatever NFTs you've collected, whatever genes they have.
Yeah.
Those are added to your visual pool.
And the gems collection, yeah, is a mechanic we still work on that. Actually, it's defined, but it's developing. Probably it's gonna drop off between the initial gameplay and before combat. Yeah, because like we are promising combat to Q3 2022, but it doesn't mean that we're releasing the game on, let's say, February. It's gonna have no update until combat kicks in. We have like small updates with like minor features, minor new tweaks, and Gene Collect is one to look forward to.
Yeah. We also have somebody asking us, to those of us who have minors, can we put a minor avatar? Yeah, I mean, like, that's part of your visual pool, right? So the hat, right? You'll be able to put it down, the clothes.
Oh yeah, yeah, yes, you can.
Yeah, if you own it, it's yours. It's a part of the visual pool.
Yeah. The only thing that we decide not to put is the set. So we cannot set set as abundant gene as avatar. You can only swap parts, all the other
Individual
parts.
pieces, so bonded
Yeah,
genes don't show up in avatars.
yes, yes.
Okay. Yep. And so speaking of bonded genes, Jake Wong again asks, are there plans to make the initial bonded gene pool, such as the Sergio one, the Ninja one, the kind of like Jason Friday the 13th slasher, make those unavailable and refresh
Yes.
the pool with new bonded genes? So are they going to
Yeah,
be
we mentioned
taken
that
out of the pool?
yeah, we mentioned that in the NFT white paper. We plan to have like seasons of the genes. It doesn't mean that as soon as a gene goes off of the pool, it doesn't mean it cannot come back in the future. It's like, as I mentioned today, Magic Gathering, we have always the core base collection that bring new old cards as new. But yeah, the idea is that we make this gene like seasonal. So
It cycles to some
yeah,
degree.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we're not promising as soon as the Serge or Kakashi is gone by, it's going to buy good. But yeah, if they're not in the next season, you have to kind of wait until we decide to put that back in.
Yeah. So it adds a level of scarcity
Yeah.
to the original pool as well, so that will bump it. Um, what would be the system requirements or specifications of a phone required to play Devakins? This is asked by Remel Stereo of Exalted Guild.
Yeah. We haven't like go and define that yet, but
Yeah,
I
we
can
haven't defined the
say,
specific
yeah,
specifications as of yet, but it's not an extraordinarily intensive
I would say
game by any
everyone in the
means.
team that has tested the alpha already, no one had a problem yet. Yesterday, I tested on an iPhone 7, which is a phone for like 6 years old, something like
They're
that,
on the
7 years
12
old.
now, aren't they? iPhone?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
yes, so probably 8 years old, something like that, and it runs smoothly. So I don't think, yeah, I don't think you would have a problem if your phone is like 5 years old or something like that. I do try a test on an Asus like from 2011. The game runs, but like a 10, 20 FPS, and it doesn't look good. But yeah,
If you have a 10-year-old phone though, like
yeah,
Google doesn't run well,
yeah. So,
right?
but
Um
yeah, on an iPhone 7, I would say it's our benchmark, and it was working
yeah,
gratefully.
so if you have older hardware, you should be good, right? Everything should run pretty
Depends.
smoothly.
If it's a 10 years old phone, I don't know.
Okay,
It's like
not
iPhone 4.
not a decade old hardware.
Yeah, yeah,
If it still has like if you have an iPhone 3, you might be in trouble.
yeah. I believe you
Yeah.
cannot even run the
Yeah,
current
no, I don't
iOS
think the iPhone
version.
3 can even update to an OS that lets it run any programs. Um,
Mhm.
we have a question from Foul Secure of Exalted Guild. During the beta testing period, what other aspects of the game will players be able to experience besides that of the Tamagotchi gameplay?
Yeah, as I mentioned, day one, we're gonna see chores. Chores are the daily tasks that we perform, and we have the procreation. Even though I believe no one's gonna have an adult Devkin to test one, so I would say the first week is gonna be basically nursery Tamagotchi gameplay. We are still polishing the Void Adventures, and we are planning to release the Void Adventure this year still. If something there is any bug, probably in the first week of January. But yeah, I would say the main two high points for this close beta is the Tamagotchi gameplay and the Void Adventures as well.
Yeah. We have a question in the chat asking, will the game be playable on PC? We've answered this question numerous times, but the game is balanced and created around mobile. It depends on mobile notification systems for the raising gameplay, for combat and stuff like that. You could emulate it on PC, but it's not recommended. It's just not an optimal way to play the game, right? It would be like trying to play a mobile game on Switch.
Yeah, and we're still
It just, the
developing
control
our
scheme doesn't match up. It doesn't sync the same.
yeah we're still developing our locks to multi accounts, since multi account it's like it's something that makes balancing the play turn really challenging. So yeah, if we see that the emulating many tabs on BlueStack is gonna like break the game's economy, we might even try to block the emulator.
Yeah.
The idea is that one is gonna be one account per device.
Yeah, and then Raymond Santos asks, is it possible we get wearable items for our Devakins, like cosmetics? I think the Devakins themselves
Yes.
are cosmetics, but yes.
Yeah, we do. We do even have like a tab right now in the shop called Outfits, and that's for that. We decided not to release it right now because the outfits affect only the adult Devkin, and we don't have like a real good adult Devkin gameplay right now. We're gonna see more that as combat kicks in, because then you can put your killer outfit and go kill all the enemies you are developing. And yeah, things are going crazy with the enemies.
Yeah. We have a question from Evil Slime saying, as of now, we use TronLink to send our NFTs to another wallet. Will there be an in-game feature for this? Also, is sending a Devikin wallets in the Tamagotchi phase possible? Will the growing phase reset, or will it be retained after the transfer?
Yes. So the in-game we have the withdraw button, and we could put anyone's wallet on there. So I would say you can transfer Debikin from the game itself. You don't have to use StrongLink. And yeah, we decide to lock the dev kid phase, the toddler phase, the Tamagotchi phase, since it's time sensitive. And I think we shouldn't be able to send that. Okay, you can. I believe you can send that to other player, but you cannot offer that in the marketplace because it's time sensitive.
Yeah.
The only life stage you can put in the marketplace is the embryo or the adult phase.
Yeah, if it has yet to hatch or if it's already started growing,
Yeah,
that's when you can add it to the marketplace, not in between.
yeah, and you can
Um,
keep it as hatch state in the hatch state as long as you want. So no rush to hatch all your dev kits.
yeah.
It's not
Uh,
advisable to because you have like 7 days to play with them. If you have like 10, 20 dev kits at the same time,
yeah,
it's
we
a
don't want
lot
to
of
extend it too much, otherwise it becomes a really arduous process. Like you pick up a
yeah.
new one, you want to start kitting out your team, and you're like, oh geez, now I gotta wait like 2 weeks to do it. That's just not fun.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
Time gating is a little bit much on that end. So we have a question from Harrison asking, okay, how will the gameplay of this Tamagotchi phase be? Will it take several hours of play throughout the day to win? Will there be an evolution of the care necessary for the character? I'm really excited. Um, when is the expected date for the game to release? So
Mhm.
we kind of answered that a little bit in the last question. Um, but we've also done plenty of videos on the Tamagotchi gameplay phase. If you want to go back and watch them, they are down below on this channel, right?
Mhm.
You can go see those if you wish to get a little bit of an outline on how that
Yeah.
works, but I'll kick it back off to Sergio.
And yeah, so the Tamagotchi game phase, I would say it's like short sessions, like 5 minutes, every 30 minutes, every 10 minutes. I don't know. Depends on the activity you're putting on a dev kid. How many dev kids are you taking care of at the time? And we are in closed beta. We are open to feedback about that. We could like so nothing is set in stone, and we are really want like the input from the. But right now, I would say you don't play several hours at the same seat like at once, but would play many small sessions during the day. And we do have one activity that is the deep sleep, and it lasts 8 hours. So the idea is that as soon as you're finished the day playing with DevKit, you assign that item to them, and they are gonna sleep for 8 hours without having to worry about them.
We also had somebody just ask in the chat if there will be wearable items where there'll be crafting mats for upgradables and buffing up said items.
Yeah, we're still developing that. Probably, yeah. The short answer for now it's no. But I really like the idea of crafting your equipment, but that's a step further.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
cool idea. We'll have to kind of
I would
balance and
love to
weigh it
design
and see
that,
if it's something
but
that we want to focus on.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'd like to design that, but I wouldn't like delay the game more to say, okay, we are doing this crafting. Maybe we
Yeah, you
can
guys
release
gotta wait
combat,
another
and
month because we're doing
yeah,
crafting.
the
No.
crafting system wouldn't be another month. But yeah, we could start with like simple equipment and then introduce crafting as we go. As I said, as soon as we release combat, we are not done with Devakins. We have like a many years. It's a mobile game, right? So we see mobile
Yep.
games like lasting 10 years. Like Clash of Clans, it's like
We
11,
plan to
12
keep it going.
years.
We don't plan to
Yeah,
just cap things off and end it,
yeah. It's not a
right?
console game that you're gonna release it go to do Devkins 2. It's like Devkins is a ongoing game.
Live operations
Yes.
is the industry term for
Yep.
such a thing. We have 4 questions from Vivi's. Question 1 is what's the max level in MAD or the most awesome Devikids or Devikins club? How do I level it up?
Mhm. Uh, there is no level. It's kind of a subscription, or
Yeah.
you're either mad or not. So yeah, as soon as
It's
you
a
unlock
VIP
mad, you
system.
have some perks.
Yeah, the
Yeah, it's like
best
a
way to
VIP
think of
system.
it. Sorry, I kept interrupting you there.
No,
The
no worries.
best way to think of it is comparable to other mobile games VIP systems.
Yeah.
That's how it's structured. That's how it's made.
Mhm.
Question 2, how many times per day can we play PvE and PvP? Is there a limit or is it all free and we can play as many times as we want? Yeah, we don't have energy limits, I don't believe. Like
Uh,
strict energy limits.
Actually, yeah. So for they are still being designed, but I believe for PvE we're gonna have energy system
Yeah,
because
PvE.
yeah, the PvE. For PvP, I do have some because PvP is not that simple. It's not gonna just be like one contest conquest modes. I'm planning, as we mentioned, we plan to have like a stream for only common Devkin, so we do more utility to them. So I believe PvP are gonna have like different tiers, different different types of PvP, and that each one with its own rule. So yeah,
Different PvP matchups, different variations.
yeah,
Yeah. But
championships and stuff like that.
PvE definitely just because of the way of it's structured, you need to have some sort of limit on that. Otherwise, people would just spam it endlessly for a billion gajillion rewards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and this way it rewards whoever has more free time.
Yep. Leonardo Nerchi in chat is
Actually,
asking.
there
Sorry, I
there are two more
probably
questions.
messed that up. Oh yeah. We'll answer your question, Leonardo, after we answer the other two.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
sorry, it was a chat question. Sorry.
it was a chat question. Yeah. No, I wasn't moving on to the next on the list.
Okay.
Question 3: how do we get an incubator?
Right now, you can get from chores, daily logging rewards. We didn't show off that, but yeah, whenever you was the first time in a day, you have like a roll monthly list of rewards planned. And if you're AMAD, you even have like a second prime extreme of rewards, where you have incubators. And for the beta, we plan to leave incubators that so people can stress out procreation. But I think as the real game kicks in, incubators is going to be like a really scarce item. The myth incubator, yeah, we can is not going to be as available as everyone would like to.
Yeah.
So yeah, right now incubator is like a scarce item, but for the beta, it's going to be more available so people can test out, stress out, and get get uh, yeah,
Just to
and
have more
that
testing opportunities, more
yeah,
things to play around with,
yeah,
and just
yeah,
be able to experience the beta in full.
yeah.
Question 4: can any item reset a Devikid back to a baby so it can be raised again?
No, we don't have such thing. We haven't
Once
planned.
it's raised, it's raised.
Yeah. One thing that we have like in our mind as we move to be more combat centered, probably we're going to come up with an item to instant grow your dev kit to a dev kit, because I think the Tamagotchi gameplay with marginal. Not every player would like to play that, or maybe that would be our would open our uh, scholarship potential. So we would lend your dev kid to other place to play, and they would give as an adult, and then we could combat with them.
Yeah. We also had somebody just ask if incubators are tradable.
Not right now. Right now.
No. Um, and then, sorry, going back to the question that we glossed over earlier, can we
Yeah.
train more than one Tamagotchi at the same time? Yes.
Yes.
But once you hit a certain point, it's going to be a lot of work to keep up on it. So just don't grow too many at the same time,
Oh
right?
go. if you're
I mean, like, you can go
if you're
ape wild,
was
you can have a
better.
lot of fun, but it'd be like raising 11 kids,
Yeah.
right?
A lot
you're gonna
of
have some
you're gonna need a lot of
difficulties.
resource and free time. It's like
Yeah,
real life.
you're gonna need 8 arms just to
Yeah.
wrangle all the Devikins. You're
Yeah.
gonna need to
We
be an
do have a
octopus.
promotional art depicting that.
Yeah, yeah. It's just you
Red
can you
eyes.
can grow as many as you want at the same time. It's just it gets consecutively more and more time consuming and more difficult to keep up on the various pop-ups and different methods of raising. I mean, like, I never saw a kid when I was growing up walking around with 8 Tamagotchis slapped into their jean pocket, so
Yeah.
that would have been difficult. And then we have one last official question here from our list of Discord and Twitter from One Hot Fox again, from Mythos Guild. With the start of the game moving ever closer, many of us are organizing our Devakins in a spreadsheet format for analysis. To make this process easier, faster, and more accurate, could the developers provide a raw data file for the current 700,000 plus minted NFTs we could query against? There are guild members who have been able to pull this data together, but I would prefer that the verifiable chain of custody be via the dev team. Yeah.
Yeah. We can easily do that. Probably I would mask the wallet, so yeah, not everyone would like to see it to release their collection of that. But yeah, I would mask it in a way you can search for all your devkins. Yeah, we can do that. Uh, yeah,
Yep. That's
we will follow up
something we
that.
can
Yeah, we
release.
can easily
No
that.
problem.
Yeah.
Somebody's asking, Doug is asking, can we buy or hire a nanny in the game? Uh, not as of
Yeah,
this
not yet.
moment.
Like the scholarship system, as I said, we've been brainstorming. It's easy the part of landing dev kit, but it's challenging the play to earn part of things because as we released the DVK pool last week, you don't actually earn DVK, you earn missing
Mint
seeds that
seeds, and
you
then
put
those are
towards
pulled
the
from a
yeah.
pool.
And the myth seeds is not from the actual Tamagotchi gameplay, it's by doing chores. So it's really challenging to say, okay, this player finished this chore using a land and Devikin, so we should share that. So that's the challenging part. And if anyone has any suggestion, feel free to drop in the Discord. We are open to listen to that.
But yeah, since it's a step-by-step process to which the user gains DVK, right? Where there's I guess
Yeah,
like it could be described as a middleman system where you have mint seeds initially, it goes to the pool, you get an equivocal amount of DVK according to your contribution to the
yeah,
pool. Um, it's just enough extra steps that it makes setting up a scholarship program that much more difficult.
yeah.
And then we have a question from Silent Studios asking, I'm a streamer. How would I be able to stream this on Twitch? Also, are there any more beta passes going out? We're going to keep putting out more and more beta invites. Again, these are going to be by random draw. Some users, some streamers, and stuff like that will be selected, I imagine.
Yeah.
One of our members, our lead producer, Ikaro, has been going through and doing that and kind of plucking up some people for the beta.
Hmm.
Um, but as it stands now, we're going to be putting out beta invites again in future through random lot. We're going to be doing a Gleam link again and just going through that.
Yeah. And on that note, I know for some people it's already 15th, but remember you're on the west. It's 8 a.m. on 14th. The close beta is supposed to start tomorrow. in our
Yeah.
time. So yeah, don't scream at us. Where's the closed beta? It's 16th already here. Yeah, so probably in 26 hours, something like that, you're gonna kick in the closed beta.
Yeah. So 15th Western Canada time, we're
Yes.
going to be launching that roughly 10 a.m.
Yeah.
is what we're going
Send
for
out
at this moment,
the emails with
give or
all
take.
the instructions and the download link.
Yep.
If you're an iOS user, you're gonna receive the download link from Apple. Actually, they're
Yeah,
gonna say,
Apple
okay, you have to download.
automatically puts out download links.
Yeah, they
Android
ask you to
is,
download TestFlight
yeah.
in order to download that. And Android, you're gonna send the store link. Then you can, if you're registered under that account, you're gonna see the download link.
Rainer Gaming, you would have known if you were part of the closed beta. One of us would have contacted you, or you would have received an official email detailing it as such. Again, as we move forward, more invites will be put out. We'll be contacting people via email. We'll be doing all that. You will know.
Yep.
But just in case, looking for that golden ticket, I know there's two people who I've contacted via email who are supposed to be part of our closed beta who have yet to respond in any way, shape, or form. So if they don't respond by tomorrow, that's two new beta slots that I'll be putting out, as those users have not responded by now.
Yep.
So you can be happy they didn't check. Otherwise, I think we've covered pretty much all the questions that we were going to cover in here. Everything on Discord and Twitter, as well as a bunch of you lovely people in chat. So just again, reminder, post your wallet ID, clever wallet ID in chat, and you could have a chance to win an NFT, right? We're going to be giving 3 away. Just post once, right? You don't need to post in multiple times. It's not going to increase your chances of getting anything. So just throw one of those in there in the chat and you could have a chance to win an NFT.
Yeah.
Kuyamo wants a shout out. We're giving you a shout out. What's up, buddy?
Hello.
But yeah, that should cover everything. Otherwise, we hope you guys have a fantastic day. I know it's really late in the Philippines right now, so please go get some sleep, get some rest, right? Enjoy the rest of your evening if you're a night owl like me. And we will see you guys with our next AMA. And of course, we're always in the Discord. We're always in Telegram. We're hanging out there. You want to come say hi? Come say hi. We will see you guys later. This is Liz and Sergio
Thank you,
signing
everyone.
off.
Bye bye.
Okay. Thank you guys.